All right, fair use, fair use. Disclaimer. Um, this is for educational purposes only. All right, I'm not getting no money off of this. I'm just teaching, educating. That's why I said it's educational purposes. So fair use, fair use. Disclaimer. Okay. So yeah, disclaimer of 1976. So I want to go ahead and play this video, and we'll get to some scriptures. Start this over. Okay.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Gabriel Johnson. New developments in a story we first brought you over the weekend. Additional arrests made and the community reacting to a 4th of July party that got out of hand in North Charleston, resulting in several police officers assaulted. News 2's Emma Charles joins us live from North Charleston. And Emma, you've been speaking with police and community members today. What have you learned?
Right, Gabriel, we now know 4 juveniles and 2 adults have been arrested, but community activists say it's going to take more than policing to curb incidents like this. They say it's going to take community support and a fundamental shift to the way we approach kids. The Saturday night block party in the Chicora Cherokee neighborhood started as a 4th of July celebration and ended with fights, gunshots, and North Charleston police officers assaulted.
Attacks on law enforcement are unacceptable, and those responsible will be prosecuted to the fullest extent.
According to NCPD, they received reports of people firing fireworks at cars driving by. They attempted to resolve the situation by directing the crowd to leave the event, but fights broke out and gunshots were fired. As officers tried to intervene, they were physically assaulted, with 2 officers sustaining minor injuries. Multiple firearms and a makeshift spear were recovered during the response. 4 juveniles and 2 adults have been arrested. 19-year-old Giovanni Sincere Campbell of North Charleston faces a charge of possession of a machine gun, while 18-year-old Samaya Adriana Collette Weaver faces charges of breach of peace and assault on police while resisting arrest.
Juveniles are giving us a hard time, right? They're having problems complying with police officers. That is an issue.
Now the community is speaking out, many people online praising the officers for not using excessive force and calling on adults to do better with their children.
Adults have to get off their butts and stop just worrying about themselves. Go pour into at least 5 children, at least. Be their mentor until you leave the earth. That's what we need. We need real lives, not no 1-year, 2-year programs.
North Charleston police have made an effort in recent years to train community volunteers to have a proactive response to put an end to violence in the community. Advocates say placing volunteers with specific training called violence interrupters could have helped prevent the situation from escalating.
And I believe it probably wasn't assessed properly. But at the same time, the violence interrupters could have been out there on behalf of the police department, and I could tell you for a fact, we would have not been tussling with the children. It wouldn't have we would have figured out a different tactic before that could have even happened.
North Charleston police tell me more charges could be forthcoming and the investigation is far from over. In North Charleston.
These 2/3 of, even though this is, Jake that's doing this, okay. That's why, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, this is why 2/3 of them is going to get the sword. This is going to be an excuse for Esau Edom to have martial law because of this. Okay. But this is one of the many signs that we're at the end of this captivity, because when I was a kid, during the 80s and 90s, parenting was way more strict than what it is now. I was born in the 70s, late 70s, and so times are totally different now. It done got worse now. Like I said, this wouldn't have been accepted back in my day when I was a kid. Seriously. But yeah, hey, but this let you know we're at the end. So hey, I'm just gonna get a few scriptures and let that be that. But let me go ahead and get started. All right. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because that has rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that shall be no priest to me, seeing that thus has forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. So, um, hey, so hey, like they said, them parents ain't doing it. Hey, the Lord is ignoring those 2/3 parents as well as the children. All right, hey, these monsters, and that's what they are, monsters. Okay, I'm just gonna say this flat out: they are here for to get judgment. You know, Rather it's through famine, through the sword, Jacob's trouble, they gonna get it. Okay, they really gonna get it, one way or the other. All right, grab another one. Okay, John chapter 8 verses 44. Ye are your father the devil, and the lies of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and not about in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father is not of it. All right. Because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. All right. And hey, these 2/3 Jakes, man, they they through, man. That's why, like, many brothers like myself that's in this truth. All right. Hell, we don't even like getting out the house sometimes, that we got to go out and deal with the world and things like that. you know but with us, we pray before we leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. But hey, do these 2/3 do that? No. They just going with their little monkey lives, man. Just be a damn uh 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 menace out here, you know. So yeah, man, these oh man, it just this place gotta go, man. So hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab something here. I want to grab, and I'm not gonna wing it. I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Uh, Jeremiah chapter 51 verses. I know what, I'll go up. 51. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 51 verses starting at 51. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, rising up against me a destroying wind. Okay, and I'm talking about 2/3. Hey, they're gonna get caught up in this. The ones that survive everything, but a lot of them gonna have that the MOTB with that in them. Okay, and then let me read the other one. And will sit unto Babylon fanners, that shall fan her, and shall empty her lands from the day of trouble. They shall be against her round about. Yeah. And a lot of these 2/3 Jake gonna get those missiles. All right. You know, hey, 2/3 of Jakes, they're gonna get it, you know. But hey, I just wanted to do that right quick, you know, because hey, you know, these 2/3 Jakes, hey, these two-third Jakes is gonna get it. So with that, I want to say shalom. Shalom.